Welcome back, TSG Live. I'm feeling slightly under the weather today. I was contemplating not making this video, but I said, why not? If like I said, I'm trying to be consistent, gotta feed the community. But to recap the last video, I would like to show this. So today we have 4 games today, 4 games, and they're starting in 2 hours. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give my recap for today. Hopefully, everybody can catch the 6 p.m. and the 9 p.m. game. It's probably gonna be too soon for the first 2 games. But again, like I said, I'm feeling a little bit under the weather, but I still wanted to do it. I'm gonna go into Tuesday's games as well. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna go into Tuesday's game, but I'll make another video for Tuesday tomorrow. So the first game that we have at 3 p.m. we have the Suns versus the Dream. I I like the Suns to win. Let's get right into it. The spread is -7.5. I think that that's a lot of points. Atlanta very well could cover that spread. Atlanta could very well win. The Suns have been playing a lot of games since the Olympic break, so take that with a grain of salt. I do think that the Dream cover the spread, but I do think that the Suns pull out a win. I like Alyssa Thomas to have a complete game. I think that she will be more aggressive on the boards, and believe it or not, I do like DeWanna Browner to get involved in this game. I like her for probably 20 points. I do think she get 3 threes going just with the size advantage versus a smaller Dream team. I think Ryan Howard is gonna have another amazing game. I think she's just in ball mode. She scored 30 and hit 5 threes the last game. I took her for 20 and I knew she was gonna hit the 3 threes. I would like her for the 20 again. Threes, who knows? But I like her for the 20 again. Alicia Gray should probably come around, and Jordan Canada should probably come around too. But I like Ryan Howard. She's the first offensive option. Um, Going into the second game, we have the Storm and the Fever at 3:30. The Fever just played. Give me 1 second. The Fever played the Mercury 2 nights ago. They won 80. They won 98-89. I think that they actually can probably pull off another win today. Indiana on the money line is +135. Seattle's spread is -3.5. The Fever are at home. I believe that the Fever play a lot better at home with that crowd. Um, I do like Joy Lloyd for 20 points. I believe the last time that they played, and I could be wrong, but I do believe the last time that we played, Joy Lloyd had an amazing game. I think that she just is going to be active for this game. I think every team is excited to play the Fever. I think every team is excited to see Caitlin Clark. I think that Jewel comes and she tries to, put her stamp that she is one of the premier guards in the league, regardless of who she's going up against. So I do think that she shows up today with 20 points. I actually like her 3 threes again. I took it and she didn't cover for me, but I still like the 3 threes. She's capable of doing it. With the WNBA, I don't feel like you should stray away from certain props on certain players because they don't hit it. It's not that many options. So I think Joe Lloyd is a good option to get to the Fever. I don't think that you can't take Caitlin Clark for 10 assists. It's just impossible. I do like Caitlin Clark for 3 threes as well. I think that they'll try to get her more active offensively in the second half of the season. To prevent as many turnovers because a lot of it does come from her trying to force certain passes, but she's capable. A lot of it comes from the receiver of the pass not being able to keep up and catch it and things like of that nature. So I like Caitlin Clark for 10 assists. I like Aaliyah Boston for points or even rebounds tonight. I believe I had seen somewhere that there was a stat that the Storm give up a lot of points and rebounds to the center forward position. With that being said, Alyssa Thomas is also an option. I actually said in my previous video that both of them were good for points and rebounds, and I think they both finished with 9 rebounds apiece, and I think they both have it over 12 points apiece as well. That's kind of how the Fever operate. It's not hit or miss, but it's like when they win, you know what they're gonna do. When they lose, they weren't able to accomplish what they're trying to do. That's how I would sum up the Fever. But that's that game. I do think the Fever can win this game. The spread is -3.5. It's a small spread, so if anything, if you're gonna go with the Fever, you might as well take a money line. Um, and those are the props for that game. Now getting into the second half of the day, we have the LA Sparks going up against the Las Vegas Aces. This is a very interesting game. There's a lot of topics outside of basketball around this game. So what I will do is I'm going to get straight into the nit grit. Kelsey Plum has been playing great since she came back from the Olympics. Her lines for points are pretty high. I think Jackie Young is going to be more of an offensive contributor. She didn't have a great game last time out, but I still think Kelsey Plum is going to make the shots that she gets and take advantage of the opportunity. She's in a good rhythm. She's a rhythm player, and she's instant offense. So I like Kelsey Plum for 3 threes. I like Asia Wilson for 25 points. I think her line is 26 and a half. I do feel like that is kind of what they do. She would probably end up with 24. 20 is not enough. So it's like either you're going to take the 25 and hope she gets it or stay away. Dearica Hamby I believe that she has a reason to play today. She has a reason and she has a point to prove. Now, whether the Aces allow her to do that is a totally different story. She has had 10 rebounds and a majority of I think her last 5 games. I'm making this video quick, so I didn't do a lot of like my stats to get the exact numbers, but I'm just going off of knowledge and memory. I know that she had 9 rebounds her last outing, and I know that a lot of people were backing that. The Sparks are on a back-to-back as well, playing the Aces. I mean, come on, they have a hard time in general. So to see them on a back to back, it could get ugly. The spread is minus 16 and a half, and it's that for a reason. The Aces very well may complete that spread. Honestly, the Sparks lost by 14 points to the Sky, so it's very, very, very possible for them to lose 20 points from the Aces. Absolutely. I do think the Erica Hamby does have a better offensive game. I think she's gonna play with a lot of passion. I do think that they'll make sure that she has a hard time on the boards, even though the Asics are not the tallest team. Um, she very well, with that being said, may get 10 rebounds and score 20 points. I'm gonna just say that, just thinking about it. But I also think Asia Wilson is gonna do the same exact thing. Asia's gonna have more points than her, just because it's gonna be easier for Asia to score and harder for Dearica Hamby to score. I like Rakaya Jackson for 15 points to contribute as well. I forget with the young guard's name. I believe her last name is Burrell. I expect for her to contribute as well. She's gonna need all the help that she could get, but I do believe the Asics win this very, 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 very handily. Um, and just they have a reason to play as well too. So that one is kind of a toss up. I'll touch probably if I have any updates for that game, I'll put them in the comments. Like I said, I haven't got to do my research, but I know that I'll be able to have like a very good eye for that game. The last game of the day at 9 p.m. late game, we have the Chicago Sky versus the Phoenix Mercury. Kalia Copper has been going insane since returning from the Olympics. With this type of game, you were gonna have Camila Cardosa in the paint with Brittany Grinder. You're gonna have Angel Reese getting rebounds. I think that Angel Reese is good. I took her, I believe, yesterday for 15 and 10, and she covered that. I think that she's good for 15 and 10 again. Kennedy Carter is coming back off a rolled ankle. She didn't score well, and I kind of anticipated that just because I like knowing sports and knowing how rolled ankles are. It's very, you don't just bounce back from those. You do have to kind of they linger. That's a lingering injury. With that being said, the Sky don't have many offensive options, so I would say I do think that Kennedy Carter probably covers that 20 tonight. Just being as though that the guard play of the Mercury outside of Kalia Copper's defense is not that best, not that good. Excuse me. With that being said, though, I like Kalia Copper to go insane one more time. Again, I like Kennedy Carter to have a good one. And I like Angel Reese to have a good one. It's pretty simple with this one. I don't have a lot of crazy picks. I do think Marina uh contributes again offensively. And excuse me, I said Marina. I always get her and Sophie Cunningham's confused. I do think Sophie Cunningham contributes just due to the amount of play that the Phoenix Mercury has had. Um And I think that, yeah, I think that you'll get the normal game. I think Diana Taurasi for 3 threes. I mean, OG, she having a victory lap right now in the WNBA. She gonna do what she wanna do when she wanna do it. I like Diana Ross for 3 threes. I like Kalia Copper for over 20 points. Her line might be 24 or something like that. Kalia gets to the line, so I don't have no problem with taking that 25. Brittany Grinder. I do think that they try to get her more involved offensively, but if she gets fouls early, then that's not going to be the case. So I would try to lean away from that. I like Sophie Cunningham for 3 threes or maybe even over 10 points. I'm not afraid of that either because she does get, her opportunities. It's just about if she makes it or not. That's what we're going to do. That's what we're doing. I appreciate y'all for watching. It's TSG Live. Like I said, feeling a little bit under the weather. I'm sorry for the late video. I will make a video for Tuesday games. I hope everybody makes money. Get with me. I appreciate y'all. I'm out.